English breakfast. It's good.
Hey, eat first. You have to wait for us. Maybe try.
Ayo, I'm getting goosebumps.
John, huh? You dreaming?
No.
Oh, really not bad. 3 years. 3 eggs Benedict.
Like counting.
The shirt is like that. Oh my god, it's so good.
Hey, so you want to watch The Dream later? I don't mind. Check the time. Check ah.
Okay. John! You joining?
No, I'm going home to study for stats.
Study for stats.
Okay.
Oh. When did he become so hard?
105.
There's been a spike in the number of sex scams. All the victims transferred money into the same bank account. Today's victim, John Tan, transferred $120 to a female named Apple.
Call the bank and tell them to freeze this bank account, get the bank account holder's particulars, and arrange for an interview with him later this week.
Yes, sir.
Hello? Yes, I'm Liu Ethan. Can I come for interview on Friday? Oh, okay, thank you.喂，老板，我出了一点问题。刚才警方打电话给我，叫我下去面谈。然后现在我在提款机旁，我要提钱时，可是我提不出来。我想警方好像发现到我的户口进行了非法交易，所以把我的户口冻结了，怎么办？
别担心你的银行户头，还有其他方法可以过账的，不用太担心那些警察，你就去见他们，告诉他们你不知道这些交易，他们也拿你没办法的。
可是我怕，
小子，你最好不要乱说话，你还要继续赚钱嘛，照我的话去做就行了，懂吗？
好了，你要我做什么？
首先，我要你删除手机里的所有信息，去买一只新的手机，一张新的预付SIM卡，我们就用这只新手机来联络新的工作。
老板，我准备好了，可以接新的工作了。
很好。
Hey, how much was it all together?
Hey, don't worry. My treat. Wow, we bottomed up too fast. We had 3 bottles.
Hey, Steph, are you sure your wife is going to let you come home? It's past your curfew lah.
I don't care what she does. Huh? If not for my daughter, I would left her many years back. 8 miserable years. It has been 8 years since I slept with my wife. And you're now laughing at me? You call yourself my friends?
Hey, bro, relax. We were just teasing you.
Teasing?
Hey, hey, bro.
Get it? Let's go. Ah, $150 for 2 hours. Hello?
帅哥，我是 Apple， 我好想见你哦。
你在哪间酒店啊？
帅哥，首先我需要你帮我买 iTunes 卡。
iTunes？什么来的？
你去附近的便利商店买这只150块钱的 iTunes 卡，然后把后面的密码挂了之后拍成照片传给我，然后我就会把我的地址传给你。
为什么这样复杂？我可以给你现金吗？
这是我在新加坡的第一次，你是我第一个顾客哦，我怕被抓哦。
好，我去找一间便利店。
我等你哦。
150.
Hello。
嗨，我是 Apple 的老板，谢谢你购买 iTunes 卡。你也知道 ，Apple 是个新人，我担心你不会怜香惜玉。
你现在要我怎么做？
我只需要一些像保证金之类的，你可以再买2张 iTunes 卡，然后把密码传给我吗？一旦你跟他办完事，我就会把钱退还给你。
我身上没有现金啊。
那好吧，你可以买一些阿里 Pay 信贷吗？
那是什么？
你不需要用现金来买这些信贷，只需要到 AXS 机器用 Nets 来购买1500人民币的信贷。当他们要求你提供电邮地址的时候，你就输入 apple@qq.com， 可以吗？
Hello。
我接到情报，今天晚上警方将展开多次扫荡行动。我需要你购买另外1500人民币的阿里 Pay 信贷，以证明你不是来抓我的女孩的。
我已经等得不耐烦了，我要回我的钱。我要到哪里跟你见面，拿回我的钱？
我不可以见你，万一你是警察，那我怎么办？
你疯了！我不是警察。
我怎么可以确定？没关系，我会把钱还给你。你听我说，你把你的 ATM 卡留在 AXS 机器附近，拍张照你放卡的位置传给 Apple， 我会把钱存进那张 ATM 卡，然后再寄回给你。
What is this?
“帅哥，我是 Apple。”
Police? Sir, I was drunk when I left my ATM card on top of the ASX machine. I really had nothing to do with all these transactions.
How did the perpetrator get your PIN number?
I wrote it down on a piece of paper and wrapped around my ATM card.
Do you have the girl's phone number?
Yes, sir.
What about the boss?
He called me using an unknown number, and both of them spoke with a mainland Chinese accent.
Mr. Chan, it sounds like you're a victim of a credit for sex scam. We will investigate and contact you if we need further information. The scammers first tricked the victim into purchasing iTunes cards and then Alipay credits. They then lied to him that they would return his money, but all they wanted was his ATM card and PIN number.
After which, his bank account will be used for the fraudulent transactions.
He was the 14th victim to fall under the same unique MO where victims leave behind their ATM cards and PIN numbers.
Looking at how a lot of these transactions are from Singaporean bank accounts, there must be a syndicate member operating in Singapore.
If you look at the last victim's bank statement on the 9th of June 2015, some of the money was withdrawn from the same ATM at Bedok North Street 3, Cheers convenience store. Call the bank and tell them to send you the CCTV footage captured at the ATM when the money was withdrawn. Hopefully, we'll be able to get our first visuals of our suspect.
This is the CCTV footage taken from the ATM.
It is smart to cover his face with a cap.
It looks like he might have an accomplice.
It looks like we have to make a trip to Bedok. Okay, there's one camera here. And that one over there, I don't think the angle is good.
I agree.
Maybe these two. Okay, if I stand here, you can capture me. Hi.
Sir?
SIO Ramesh from Commercial Affairs Department. Were you working at 5 p.m. last Tuesday?
Yes.
Did you see this guy with the hood and the cap outside at the ATM?
No, I'm sorry.
What about the other guy?
No.
Can I see your CCTV footage?
Sure.
Could we get a copy of that footage?
Sure.
Too bad the store CCTV footage was not clear.
Yes, check out all the other shops here and also the void decks. See if you can find any camera here. Hopefully we can get more footage of the suspects. Any leads?
No. You?
Hey, wait a minute. Polly, I'm at Bedok North Street 3 Market Car Park. Could you retrieve the CCTV footage from the entrance and exit of the car park for me?
Okay. I compared the photos of the two suspects that Alan gave me with footage from near the car park gantries.
Do we have a match?
Yes.
Great.
The suspects came and left in the taxi.
Good job, Polly. Alan, call the taxi company and tell them we'd like to interview this taxi driver.
Yes, sir.
Sir, I have nothing to do with this boy. I pick him up and drop him off near Changi. That's all.
Can you tell me anything about him?
He's very talkative. He even offered me a job.
A job?
Yes. Then, when he was reaching one of the destinations, he said he had no money.
Uncle got no money. I go ATM withdraw first can.
Huh?
Uncle, you want make easy money?
How?
All you do is just collect ATM cards and make some money transfers. Very easy and commission very high.
Thank you, thank you. He told me to wait for him. He wanted to draw money, but I didn't trust him, so I followed him. He went to the AXS machine and picked up a paper with an ATM card. He did a few fund transfers with the ATM card. Then, he took another ATM card from his bag and withdrew a large sum of money. He then paid me for the cab fare before asking me to drop him back at Changi.
Did he tell you anything else?
He actually wrote his name and number on a piece of paper. But I knew this boy is up to no good, so I threw away the paper.
Do you remember his name?
He told me he was from Sarawak. Ethan, yes. I think his name is Ethan.
Guys, I have a report from the J Division. This is Ethan Liu Ethan. It is from Sarawak. He's supposed to be interviewed tomorrow in connection to some sex scam cases. He's registered as
ATM cards with different names, bank receipts. We have all these evidence against you. So you better tell us the truth. You saw us seizing all these transaction receipts and your handphone is full of messages.
Sir, I was a victim of the credit for sex scam. I bought ATM cards to have sex with a girl, but she didn't turn up. And when I called her number, 老板，我只是一名学生，我的钱不多，求求你把钱还给我，可以吗？
小子，我不能把钱还给你，但是如果你需要钱，我可以帮你。
He told me to let him use my bank account for fund transfers. Once in a while, he would give me a small commission. So when my bank account got frozen, I called him. He told me to become a runner. Once again, he offered me commission. I couldn't say no because I needed the money.
So where does your boss live?
I really don't know. I think he lives in China. I usually contact him through WeChat.
Ethan Liu Ethan was sentenced to 12 months imprisonment for attempting to assist and assisting another to retain benefits from criminal conduct. Ethan Liu was a member of a syndicate involved in a $1.25 million credit for sex scam, where culprits used social media platforms to deceive victims into paying money for non-existent sexual services. This landmark case was also the first time that local bank accounts were used to transfer funds in credit for sex scams. The police are resolute in clamping down on criminals who hide behind the cloak of anonymity to prey on victims. In less than 24 hours after the report was made, officers from the Commercial Affairs Department arrested the culprit. The police thank alert members of public, like the taxi driver, who play a big part in supporting the police to fight crime. Police uncovered that the culprits operated from call centers based in China. In December 2015, the Singapore Police Force worked closely with the Criminal Investigation Department of the Ministry of Public Security of the People's Republic of China to mount a joint investigation into a fraud syndicate that targeted Singaporean victims. The Chinese police conducted simultaneous raids at various locations in China and detained 43 members of the syndicate.
Credit for sex scams have increased by more than 15 times, from 66 cases in 2014 to 1,203 cases in 2015. This represented a steep increase of more than 1,100 cases within 1 year. The total sum cheated was approximately $2.9 million, with the largest amount at about $74,000. Members of the public have an important role to play in countering online crime. Please adopt the following crime prevention measures to avoid becoming victims. Be wary of strangers who befriend you on social media platforms and start making specific requests. Be wary of offers for escort, massage, or sexual services on social media. Do not send money to or buy anything for anyone whom you have never met before.
While our law and order situation remains stable, Singapore continues to face various threats, the most significant being terrorism. The home team is ready to respond to a terrorist attack and will do its utmost to protect Singapore against terrorism. However, government response alone is not enough. We must each do our part to keep Singapore safe and protect our community and way of life. We must be alert and be ready to respond quickly and decisively should there be a terrorist attack. In the rare event of a firearms or weapons attack, members of the public should take the following steps to protect themselves and those around them. Run. The best option is to evacuate, but only if it is safe to do so. Do it quickly and quietly. Consider the safest route. Stay out of view of the attackers. Insist others leave with you. Leave your belongings behind. Hide. If you can't run, hide. Find cover from the line of attack and stay out of sight. Move away from the doors. Be very quiet and switch your phone to silent mode. Tell. Call the police at 999, but only if it is safe to do so. If you can't talk, SMS 71999. Give your location and where you last saw the attackers. Give the direction the attackers are moving in. Provide details about the attackers, the number of attackers, features, clothing, weapons. If safe to do so, stop others from going towards danger areas. When the police arrive, follow their instructions. So be vigilant, stay safe, and remember that if you encounter such a scenario, run. Consider the safest route. Stay out of view of the attackers. Insist others leave with you. Leave your belongings behind. Hide. Find cover and stay out of sight. Be very quiet and switch your phone to silent mode. Tell. Call the police at 999. If you can't talk, SMS 71999. Provide details about the attack. You can also send information through Eyewitness on the Police at SG application. We've come to the end of this episode of Crimewatch. If you have any feedback, do drop us an email. I'm ASP Jonathan Aoyong, signing off.